Have you ever felt like you know somebody who just handles every situation so much happier than you do? Maybe they see it in a funny way or they're just relaxed doing mundane things, and you just wonder, why can't I feel like that? Why can't I feel as relaxed when I talk to people? Why can't I feel that relaxed when I'm working or doing the dishes? Why can't I feel that happy when I'm playing sports, when I'm playing a game and losing? When I'm talking to a girl? Why can they talk to them and enjoy the process of doing this so much more than me? When they face problems, they just handle it like it's easy, like it's nothing for them. They kind of laugh at it. How do they have this attitude? And is it possible for you to have that attitude too? And how do you see mundane tasks differently? How do you change how much you enjoy doing everyday things? How do you change how you feel even when you're resting or just on the train, in the car? How do you have a better outlook on life? How do you think more positively? In this video, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you practical tools and we're going to flesh it out together because this determines not only how happy you are, but how other people perceive you, how nice it is to be with you, how you feel, how nervous you are around other people. If you can have fun and attract other people to you because you're having fun, or if you're just going to be this grouchy person who sees the negative, who kind of just has this dark, sinking energy, who repels people, and you're not popular, you're not charismatic. And so we're going to reverse that with this lesson. And to start the lesson off, I want to tell you a story about somebody who was successful with this method that I'm about to teach you. So he was a soldier who took only 1 day of mind control before he was shipped to Indochina on a new mission. All he learned was how to meditate in two powerful sentences and affirmations. He was assigned to an alcoholic sergeant who verbally abused him. And what happened was, after just a couple days, he noticed that his work was decreasing, his efficiency was bad, his focus was bad, and he started getting sick. He was waking up in the middle of the night with these coughing fits. He started developing asthma, and so he went to the medical ward. They did all their experiments on him, their diagnostics, and they sent him away saying, "You're completely healthy. We don't know what you're talking about. We couldn't find anything." So he was perplexed, but he remembered what they taught in the Silva course about how your mind, your emotions, and how you process things affects your health more than anything. And so he noticed that a lot of other people on his squadron were also getting sick. They were getting abused by the Sarge. And they started taking drugs, drinking, doing illicit drugs, opioids. But he remembered the Silva training that he had. So he decided, instead of doing drugs, which aren't really going to solve your health problems, he's going to start meditating 3 times a day for 15 minutes. And the results that he got were very interesting. So he would enter his level and he would repeat the two affirmations that they taught him. And within just days, what happened was he stopped coughing in the middle of the night. He was sleeping through the night. His asthma went away. He started working better. And everything that the sergeant said couldn't get to him anymore. He would obey the sergeant and be respectful, but it couldn't get under his skin. He was steely. He was icy. And he completely solved his health problem by using the Silva meditation and the affirmations. So we're going to talk about the affirmations and what is really going on. And by the end of this talk, you're going to understand how to use it in your life and the power of what we're doing here and how it influences your subconscious mind so that you can think differently. And even external influences, like what other people say, negative thoughts and suggestions will start to have no influence over you. And you'll find a different power, a different grounding and stability. Sometimes you might look at other people and think, how does that not bother them? All that drama, all that arguing, all that press, all these people saying bad things about them, like Trump. How does he actually get away with all that? It doesn't look like it's aging him. It doesn't bother him. He just jokes around about it. It's like water off a duck's back, and he actually grows from it. How do certain people do that? Because I guarantee you, a lot of other people, when that happens to them, they can't respond like that. They get agitated, they get butthurt, they get very extremely irritated by it, and they dwell on it. Their mind just keeps on repeat, replaying the drama, and it takes away their energy, it takes away their attention, their focus. In short, it really destroys them. So, how do people have these different mental powers? How do they have such resilience, such thick skin? We talk about like you just have to have thicker skin. Does anybody talk about how to actually do that? Because it's not physical, it's not physically thick skin, obviously. It's how you're processing the information and the energy. And it's about your subconscious mind and your identity. And so we have to look into that more. So this is your meditation routine and the total house cleanup. So this will bring you physical health in your body. So this is the first step to healing, actually. People think that healing is all about physicality. It's not. You can heal your body with your mind and your emotions. It's not just about the placebo effect either. It's about who you are and what you're constantly feeling. It's about your emotional identity. So a couple things about meditation. It changes your hormones and your metabolism through subconscious mind, identity, and emotions. It's a tool to actually change your behavior permanently versus just dieting and willpower. It'll help you alter your deepest habits and addictions versus temporary abstinence followed by failure and relapse. And it builds powerful conviction, belief, self-image, and the subsequent new gateways of opportunity that open because of these mental shifts and realizations. Okay, so meditation is not just uttering Om or just sitting there as your back hurts. Okay, it's very practical. So for me, I had stomach pain and chronic fatigue. And whenever I ate something, I would feel grumpy and irritable and anxious and fearful and angry. And I didn't want to socialize. It really was impacting my social life, my emotional well being. I started getting sad and depressed. And my performance in the gym wasn't going well. My cardio wasn't going well. I didn't want to exercise. I had to force myself to do all these things. And it just started really, really breaking me down. Over 2 years, I had this. And everything that I tried wasn't helping. I tried hundreds of dollars of supplements. They didn't help. Herbs didn't help. Went to doctors. They did the scans on me, just like the soldier. They can't find anything wrong with me. They just told me all the typical stuff that I should be doing. And I didn't get any results until I actually understood I'm stuck in negative emotions. I'm in a spiral of negative thoughts and emotions. I have to change my thoughts and my emotions. And so once I actually started doing the Silva meditation techniques and started changing my total emotional state, I started to feel like my digestion is stronger. I can eat more. My appetite is better. I'm not gaining weight. My workouts in the gym are getting better. And I'm actually more positive. I'm less anxious. I want to socialize more. I have more hope and confidence and belief in myself. I have more energy to make these videos. I have more energy to read. I can focus better. I feel smarter. I feel more creative. I feel like my old self again. Just from about a month or two of meditating using the Silva method. So that's why I'm excited to share it, because it's scientific mind-body medicine that over 6 million people are using today. And I'm in love with it. It's absolutely fantastic. I was skating more, workouts were better, I'm stronger in the gym. I gained 30, 40 pounds on my squat. So we have to talk about this, the power of words. All right, so if you will, I'm going to do this experiment with you, and it's going to show the power of words to affect your physical body. Just words. People don't understand or believe the power of words. Oh, this is going to change that. So if you think about a lemon, what is the most vibrant, most potent lemon you can possibly imagine? What does it look like? I want you to close your eyes and start imagining this with me. What does the center look like? How big is it? How yellow is it? Imagine the pores. Imagine the tip of the lemon. Imagine how squishy or solid it is. I want you to start rotating it in your imagination. I want you to see the yellow with the sunlight on it. Now, I want you to grab it with your hand, feel it. I want you to feel it. Put your thumb against it. Feel the pressure, feel the juice curdling in the little droplets. Start squeezing it, getting the juice into the middle of the lemon. Really squeeze it. Feel the skin pressing against your fingertips. Feel how you can squish it slightly. Now I want you to bring it up to your nose slowly, and I want you to smell. Smell the lemon, the astringent sweetness, the power. Nothing really smells like a lemon, right? Squeeze it a little bit more. Put it against your nose. Smell deeply. Nothing like a lemon. The smoothness, the texture of the skin, the smell in your nostrils. Now take a knife and slice it. Now it's cut in half. Feel the juice on your hands gliding down. Feel the juice. Squeeze the lemon. Feel more juice flowing. Bring it up to your nose. Smell. Nothing like the smell of the lemon. Now it's making your mouth water. Oh my goodness, that smell. And now bring it closer and closer to your tongue. And I want you to lick that lemon. Lick the juices. Feel the juices. Feel the sting of your salivary glands. Taste the lemon, the sweetness, the pungence, the bitterness, the power of the lemon. Inhale, squeeze, bite into the rind now. Feel the texture of the rind. Chew it. You're chewing the rind of the lemon with all the juice. It's powerful. It's stinging your cheeks. Powerful. Open your eyes. Those are all just words, but I literally feel my salivary glands watering. And you probably do too if you did this exercise. Words change physical reality. Now, that's happening all the time. Your words are constantly changing your physical reality through your brain. It registers every word, it registers every thought, and it creates that into physical reality. It's sensing everything that's in your mind. Your mind is creating the reality for your body. And we just proved it. So Silva called this mental house cleaning, and it brings you health, healing, and happiness. It's a beta technique that you can use every single day. It's not like you have to close your eyes and do a meditation, okay? It's powerful because it's going to change your outlook on everything that you do every day. And you have to use your attention and your intention to actually notice when in your subconscious thoughts are happening that are actually bad for you. That are making you grumpy, miserable, angry. And what we're going to do is bring awareness to it and be able to change it. Sorry, my drapes are literally just blowing in the wind. So your mental house cleaning and your attitude. Your attitude is basically a bunch of different perceptions of many different activities. Okay. So if you like writing, then you have an attitude towards that. And if you like being in school, sitting down, being with other people, it's your perceptions of many different things, but it becomes subconscious to where it runs you. And you don't even notice the thoughts that you're thinking. Let's say you don't like writing with a pencil, writing notes. When you're writing notes with a pencil, you won't be sensing, I don't like writing notes with a pencil. But you'll just be feeling, you'll be feeling this downward energy, this dissatisfaction, and it's running you. And you have to bring awareness to all of these subconscious thoughts. Because at some point in time, you program yourself like this, and it's making your attitude. So most people don't know what their attitude is. Everyone acts like they know this concept of attitude. Have a good attitude, such a platitude. But really, do you really know your attitude? Most people don't know all their attitudes because you have millions of attitudes. You have as many attitudes as you have as things that you have ever done. You build an attitude, an opinion, a belief that's in your subconscious that just triggers a feeling. It doesn't trigger conscious thoughts, but you can notice those feelings and then you can apply different conscious thoughts. And you can start practicing programming different conscious thoughts. This is called neuro-linguistic programming. We're going to talk about different ways that you can use this. Very powerful mental house cleaning to clean out all the rubbish out of your house. That's what you're doing. And all of a sudden you'll feel healthier because when the house doesn't have the cobwebs and the mold and the dirt and the grime and all the germs, then all of a sudden your house has this freshness to it. It's a different house. So that's what we're doing. We're making the unconscious conscious. And the more you bring it to your conscious awareness, the more you can meditate on these things when you do use your mental screen and go to your level and reprogram it even deeper by visualizing yourself doing the same activities with joy and different sensations. But this is the first step, and it's very powerful and effective. So here's a technique called modeling. I used to hate washing dishes. And I, one time at work, told my manager, I said, yeah, I love dinner, but I don't like washing dishes. There's so many dishes. So that's why I use paper plates. And he said, man, I love washing dishes. What are you talking about? It's so calming after a full meal. I just get to think, feel the warm water on my hands, listen to some music. It's so relaxing. It gives me time to just deload. I don't gotta think about anything else. It's warm water. It's a nice experience. And I just thought I could think like that because I'm accidentally making myself impatient just doing these dishes quickly, thinking that's a waste of time. So waste of time. Whereas he was using the same thing to actually deload, think about his day, appreciate, just relax. It was like a mini vacation for him. So which one's better? So that's when I chose. I just gotta be like David. David, if you're watching this, thank you, brother. So there's an example of modeling. You hang out with people that have good attitudes towards what you have a bad attitude with, and you automatically just start noticing how to be like them in the same situations, and it rubs off on you. Sometimes it's even unconscious. Very powerful. So here's some more NLP techniques. Affirmations, even at your beta level, which is your waking level. So affirmations can be like, let's say you're working out and you feel weak. You don't want to be there. You feel ugly. You feel fat. You start using affirmations. Once you start feeling those things, say, I cancel that. Instead, every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Say that 20 times. Every time you feel that emotion. And you can make your own affirmation. You can say, it's not about how I look. It's about my process. It's not about how I look. It's about my process. It's not about how I look. It's about how I feel. It's not about how much I'm lifting. It's about being healthy and just lifting and enjoying the process of lifting. You just replace whenever you feel these negative emotions with a positive program. And it's as easy as that, believing in the power of your words, and it works. I use affirmations after I eat every single time because I'm reinforcing everything that I eat. I have no sensitivities to it. It digests quickly, makes me better and better, calms me down, affirms to my body, and I feel the difference in my stomach. I feel the difference in my body. It's digesting perfectly well, making me strong, happy, creative, articulate, sociable, pleasant, funny. And it works because thinking is the transmutation of energy. It's taking the energy and it's putting through the filter of thought and it's creating how you're feeling. And it works. Here's another thing. You can find creative ways to reframe and rethink. For example, like humor. If you're washing the dishes, you don't like it, start imagining like you're washing the dishes with a little kid and you're joking around with that kid. You're saying, oh, look at all those bubbles. They're running away from me. Try to get them. They're little bubble men. They're creating a city down there. And then you drop a fork. Oh my God, that fork is attacking the bubble men. It's just a reframe. It's silly. It breaks you using absurdity out of your previous thought pattern. Tony Robbins would talk about this. Whenever he saw somebody going into like a pattern, like a program, like a robot of complaining, just saying, I can't believe America's getting like this, the economic crisis, he would just say, waffles on top of the mountains. Wow. And did you know that we have the most opportunities today to actually go out and create businesses? You know what I love? The iPhone, because this iPhone allows you to start creating content and become your own boss, and you can reach millions of people. And so what he did was he broke the frame with something shocking, something absurd, mountains on top of waffles. It completely interrupts the person's thought process, kind of makes them laugh, and then they're just absorbed. They cannot continue in that thought process. It just completely broke it. And so that's what humor does. Repatterning, reframing. So you can say, cancel. All of a sudden, lemmings running around in the prairie. And man, it's amazing what we can do when we get together and socialize. I just love being here together with people. And pancakes on top of mountains. Oh my goodness. You're saying this to yourself. Okay? You can be like Tony and say it to other people too if you want. But what you're doing is you're using an abrupt, absurd, comical, either nonsensical reframe, or you can just joke around about it with exaggeration. Exaggeration to reframe it. Let's say you're nervous about social interaction. You can imagine yourself shaking, like you're like you have a jackhammer. And imagine yourself walking up to someone. Oh, I'm so scared of you. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna say? Do you like me? Oh my God, you're so beautiful. I can't take it. Wow, I should worship you. You're like a goddess. Oh, I'm a groveling little worm. Oh, don't reject me. Oh, you rejected me. So awkward. I don't know what to say. Did not breathe. And it just becomes so ridiculous, so funny that in that moment, you'll actually laugh at it. And it will change your pattern. And then you can go into just walking up and saying hi, just saying whatever you think, just being intentional, not needing anything, not resisting anything, not having to do anything, just being however you are. And whatever happens, it doesn't matter. Realizing this is all just a play. Okay, so that's reframing. You can use anchoring or the 3-finger technique to break emotional patterns. So let's take the same example. You're feeling nervous. Now you can just bring your 3 fingers together like this, and we've talked about this in the previous video. See above right here, the 3 fingers technique. And what you can do is trigger different emotions just by using a different mudra or posture that was previously programmed before to make you feel a certain way. Now it can be silly. You can just do a pose like and it will trigger in you a different sensation. Okay, so that's anchoring. You can build these. You have to build these yourself. You could even make it weird, like I'm imagining squeegeeing my brain. I'm cleaning my brain, and it's so weird and it's so silly. But it cues, hey, it's okay to be light and be silly. Don't be so serious. Positive imagery, number 4. To change your perception. Okay, so it's really common to look at people and kind of just think negative thoughts about them sometimes. Like they're stinky, or I don't like how they look. They look like a Ninja Turtle. They look weird. They look like a mutant. They took too much Botox, etc., etc. Are they on steroids? No. Instead, you can break that pattern and imagine they're my brother, they're my sister, they're my mother, they're my father. This is what I call the human family technique. I did this at the gym to this woman who I thought looked like a Ninja Turtle or something. I was being judgmental and shallow. And instantly I just thought she's my sister. And I just had this different warmth. And it just changed how I felt. And it just opened the door to changing how I see her. The energy completely shifted. And in networking, this is so powerful. Making friends is so powerful. And even just your private inner secret thought life. It changes you. It changes how you feel. It changes your interiority. It makes you less judgmental, a more loving, warm person. This changes everything about who you are. And in life, it's not about what you do, but who you are that brings you results. So you start changing yourself into a loving, non-judgmental person. That's friendliness. That's getting rid of this meanness of the heart, this absolute judgmental meanness of the heart. It gets rid of it. And that opens the doors to countless success. And if you're wise, you understand exactly what I'm saying. So that's positive imagery. Now, you can see how powerful these simple techniques are. I want you to remember these and just start using them throughout your day. Unbelievably powerful. So this is a doctor, Emile Coué, and he healed patients of rheumatism, headaches, asthma, paralysis, stammering, tubercular sores, fibrous tumors, and ulcers. All just with 2 principles. And it was the principle, the affirmations that the soldier used that we talked about at the beginning of this talk. All documented. This is in the early 1900s. So I'll tell you the two affirmations that he told his patients to get all these amazing results. Number one principle was that you can only think of one thing at a time. So whatever you're thinking is occupying your entire mind. Okay? It's important. Number two, when we concentrate on a thought, it becomes true because our bodies transform it into action and reality. Okay? You can read more about that in Self-Mastery Through Autosuggestion, a book that he wrote, which Napoleon Hill talks about too. Amazing stuff. But think about that for a second. When you concentrate on a thought, your body makes it real and it takes action on it. It's powerful. That's very interesting, those two principles. So the affirmations, you know what I'm going to tell you at the end of this presentation. First, I want to tell you about the nurse anesthetist. So she was interesting because she was trained in mind control. She was a lecturer. And so what would happen is people would go under anesthetic. And for example, a pregnant woman would go under anesthesia, become unconscious. And during the procedure, sometimes the doctors would say things that were dehumanizing about the patient in their presence. Like, can she hurry up and just give birth? Come on, I have an appointment to get to. What's taking her so long? I gave her the drug. And when the patient woke up, without knowing why, the patient would have feelings of anger, hostility, or unfriendliness towards the doctor. Because when she was unconscious, her subconscious was still picking up on everything that was said. So Miss Jean picked up on this, and she put two and two together. And so what she started doing was she would whisper suggestions to her patients while they were under the anesthetic. And she would tell them to command their body to respond beneficially to the procedure. She would even mention things like, tell your body to stop the bleeding at your right knee. And they would find in the procedure, it would mysteriously bleed less. And she would also affirm strange things to them that would make them act differently when they came out of the procedure, such as, when you come out of this procedure, you will feel loving and loved by everyone in your family, full of health and life. And patients would come out of the surgery feeling not their previous grouchy, resentful, complaining, dark, depressed self. They would come out feeling like a new person. And they would just say, I don't know what happened, but I'm changed. And they would just feel the lightness. And so she was very interesting. She documented all of this. So that's the power of your mind. That's the power of the total mental house cleaning, the power over your physical body, over how you show up for people, over who you become in your heart, who you attract into your life, the opportunities that open up will completely change. Not to mention how you feel about every moment of your life. You can transform it by using these 4 NLP techniques that I showed you in this video. So real quick, this is the meditation routine that I wanted to end this video with. If you have a health problem versus none, okay? This is the first thing that you do is use the mental house cleaning. Become a loving person inside your heart, inside your mind. That will be the number one thing that will start healing your body and increasing your total mental health. Remember, it's about your total mental health. Okay? To add on to that, before we start getting into the healing lesson, which is coming up later, I will just slowly and clearly outline your meditation program if you don't have a health problem versus if you do. Okay? If you have a health problem, obviously you need a little bit more time to reprogram your emotions, to bring out your positive emotional states and to squelch out all those negative attitudes, which go away the more you enter into the peace and the alpha. Okay? The more you reprogram yourself, the better. So that's what's happening. So no health problem. This is what you would do. Morning, 10 minutes. Okay, pause the video and just look at this routine. Noon, optional. Night, 10 minutes. Okay? Every other day, do the centering exercise, at least for 10 days. After you've practiced the centering exercise for at least 10 days, every other day, you can go down to doing it less often. Maybe every 3 days, maybe every 7 days. But keep on practicing it to keep that 3-2-1 cue strong, to keep your alpha level deep, to train you to go into theta. You know, the more you train these things, the more even at waking consciousness, you can automatically just function in these levels. There's never an end to where you just master it. You can keep on getting better and better and better. Okay? If you have a health problem, this is the routine you're going to use. A little bit more meditation. So morning, 30 minutes. Countdown, centering, mental screen. Okay? Noon, centering exercise. Night, countdown, deepening exercise, mental screen. All right? So it's a little bit more. And we'll talk more and more about the actual techniques that you can use to fine-tune powerful and faster mental and emotional, physical healing. That's coming up. How to use actual healing techniques, mind-body healing. But for now, focus just on these centering exercises to change your level. You'll find your emotions start healing your body. The peace will permeate through your personality into your body, and you'll feel the healing naturally. Add to that your total mental house cleaning, and you're going to find your attitude shifting, your emotions shifting, just the way you live your life. It's a beautiful thing to be able to change who you are and how you feel and how you live. Very profound. Okay? So we talked about this. In conclusion, your words program reality. Sometimes they're unconscious even, so you got to make the unconscious conscious. You can find creative ways to reframe and rethink your attitude. The sky's the limit. You can use anchoring, the 3 fingers technique to break patterns. You can use positive imagery to change perception, like the human family technique. You can use the humor and the absurd interruption technique, number 2. Creative ways to reframe and rethink. Okay? So that's it, guys. I want to thank you for watching, because the more you implement these things, the more you change who you are, the more you impact people around you. This changes you into a conscious person who can create beautiful things in their life, who impacts people in a more conscious way. And I really believe that moving forward, especially with all the technology and the monetary and physical advancement we have, what's going to happen is people are going to realize their own self-control, their own mind control, their own ability to be creative with their mind, happy in their mind, loving. This is going to become more and more valuable, more and more of a realization. This is the way that we evolve now. See, we're going to handle all of our technology, all of our physical problems. Even poverty is going to start getting wiped up. But if you cannot change your mind and your emotions, if you can't control your mind, then sickness and disease will never be solved, because that's what's causing it. And people will want to be happy and creative and smart and intuitive and prosperous and joyful, and be able to create wonderful things with their mind, and be able to be angelic towards each other. So this is the future. This is now the most important thing, and even more so in the future. This is going to result in skills and soft skills and a spirit that people want to be around. That means jobs, money, friends, love, happiness. So that's why I created this course for free. I have a playlist in the description below, 42 days teaching how to transform your mind and your body so that you can be successful in many different areas of life. This is what I use to heal my body, heal my mind out of depression, heal the disease, heal whatever was wrong with my stomach. And it's very powerful. And so I want to share that with you. I want you to experience that. It's effortless change. Once you change your identity in your subconscious mind, it creates a magnet that pulls you in the right direction so that you behave how you want. You go towards what you know is right. You don't have these fake willpower diets. You don't have these fake willpower routines that you try to implement against your will, but your subconscious isn't changed and it doesn't work. And you relapse, you fail, you get disappointed, you give up, and you lose all your progress. No more of that. This is the effortless way to change your subconscious, which transforms your emotions, which transforms your hormones, which transforms your metabolism, which instantly changes your body every second of your waking life while you sleep, burning fat, making you healthier, making you energized, curing pain in your body. It's just natural. See, you fix your subconscious from being distorted and out of whack. You upgrade it to what it should be, your body realigns. Simple as that. So this is the blessing of the Silva mind control method. It's blessed me. I'm sharing it with you to bless you. Join this movement of health hackers. Join us because it's fun and it's easy and it transforms you and it makes you the master. Know yourself, but also become the master of yourself. You become stronger than a soldier who can take a city. Master yourself. Get this wisdom. Join the health revolution. Not trying to fix it from the outside, fixing it from the inside. This is the revolution. This is what we're moving into. This is the evolution of humanity. It's a wonderful thing. Join us because this is the time to take control of your health, to be your own health warrior, to change the society, to save your loved ones, to share health information, health knowledge, mental information, mental knowledge, to make everybody healthier. God knows we need it. So God bless you. I love you very much. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like this video to spread the message and subscribe so you can stay in touch. Keep on getting these upgrades. Okay? Again, love you very much. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great, powerful rest of your day.